welcome back to another episode of the Dream Printing Podcast. I'm Polly Payne, the CEO and founder of Horacio Printing, and today is episode 188. And I'm so excited to give you another behind the scenes glimpse of what it's like creating our 2024 collection. I almost said 2025 because my brain is always living another year ahead. I'm pretty much already living in 2024 as it is, but I'm going to tell you where we're at right now, and what step I just completed, what step I'm doing next. And before I do that, I'm so excited to share that Print School, which is my program where I help other people create and print their paper products. Print School is turning 1. Happy birthday, Print School. So exciting. And one thing that I just announced last week, I'm not sure if you heard the news, but we are actually closing the doors on Print School as of June 28th. So if you want to jump into Print School 1.0 before June 28th, make sure you get your application in right now. HoracioPrinting.com/print school is where you can go to get more information. If you're curious, you're like, wait, what is Print School? Head to that page. It gives you all the information. There's also a workshop you can watch, a free workshop at HoracioPrinting.com/workshop. That is on demand for you. It can help you really decide if this makes sense or not. Now, good news is if you jump into Print School 1.0 right now, this month, you're going to get it at the absolute best price possible because you're going to be one of the founding first members from Print School 1.0. But also, we have some extra bonuses that we're giving to those that jump in at 1.0, and you'll get access to 2.0 once it's available. So Print School 1.0 students are getting it all, and you get it now. So if you want to go ahead and apply, lock in that great rate, get some extra bonuses, now is the time, now is the time, now is the time. I think you have like literally 1 week from today to get that application in and to secure your spot in the course. So super excited. Let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. All right, so taking you behind the scenes of my 2024 collection, and I wish I could go ahead and show you the designs for 2024. And by the way, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, you can actually watch it on YouTube. So if you want to come head over and hang out with us on YouTube, do that. So let's go into the behind the scenes. Now, what did I just finish doing? I got all my samples in. Yay. We made some edits to those samples once we received them. And we actually this year got samples from multiple printers because I want to make sure my Print School students have the best options. So now what's exciting is inside of Print School, you have options. You have options for different printers that we have vetted. And I'm actually going with a new printer this year. I'm going to be testing them out from A to Z. And so I wanted to do a full order with them and just place that order this month. So we are off to the races. I have approved the final files so they can get started on production. I've picked out all of my cover art materials. We've selected all of the accessories. We've designed the box that it comes in. We've got the dust bag material picked out. We've got the whole thing ordered. So now production can start, which is super exciting. I call this, putting it in the oven, because once your product is technically like cooking in the oven, set it and forget it, I can move on to the step that I'm on now, which is marketing. Content strategy. Because once your product is designed and it's off to the printers, now I can step back and go, okay, let's do all the marketing. And I already have my samples to go ahead and start all of those marketing steps. So this is what step I'm doing and where I'm at in the process. Right now, we are in the throes of photo shoot planning. We're picking out our schedule, what day it's going to be, what props we want to have for that schedule, the logistics, hiring a photographer, which for me, I had a photo shoot planned at the end of June in New York. We've actually moved it to August. Just timing, it needed to be pushed out a little bit. So I'm actually heading to New York in August to do a big 10th collection photo shoot in New York, which is where Horacio Printing started. Horatio was born on Horatio Street. That's where I lived way back in the day in 2014 when I launched the first planner. Horatio, fun fact, Horatio means timekeeper in Latin, which kind of goes hand in hand with a time planner. And it's also just a really sweet street in like not Greenwich Village, but West Village meets Meatpacking District. So, anyways, if you're ever walking up Hudson Street and you're in New York, say hello to Horatio. Walk down the little cobblestone street. It's so cute. But I'm planning out that photo shoot right now with my photography company. I hired an amazing photography company. I'll go ahead and tell you about them right now. They are called Work Play Branding, and you should go over there. You might get a deal if you tell them Polly sent you, but be sure to let them know Polly sent me. I love Work Play Branding. They are absolutely amazing. You get to do 4 branding shoots a year. They'll either fly a photographer to you or you fly and meet them somewhere. And it's awesome. You do a full day photo shoot. You can do video and photography. I'm going to be doing video and photography with them for this next shoot. And you pick about 7 locations. You have different outfits per each location, and you get basically a gigantic catalog of content that you can use for your website, for social media, for, email, for YouTube. Like the video at the beginning of this episode, or I guess it was in the middle, kind of spliced in, that was all Work Play Branding B-roll that I took with them. Anyways, I just think they're really cool. Lyric is the founder. She's awesome. I got to meet her. And I really just love what they're doing to help you level up in your photography and branding. But for years, what I've been doing, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's absolutely amazing, is hiring a local friend. I've also done my own photography for a long time. That's what I did probably for the first 4 years. And that's a great thing to do too. So even if it's just like you setting aside a day for you to do the photo shoot, to get the product photos, to get some lifestyle photos, that's really important. And how I prepare for that is really set up a content plan of what all do I need? What all do I need to share? And my list looks like, I've got it written down here. I've got all the content I need for reveal day. So, welcome to the planners. Here it is. And not only will I be filming stuff with Work Play Branding, but I'll be filming stuff like this. Unboxing the planners, revealing the content, showing the collection, that sort of thing. So that's part of the content plan, is what all do I need for reveal day across all platforms. Then I will also take time to shoot the product page content, meaning if you go to HoracioPrinting.com and check out one of our old planners, if you swipe through the pictures at the top, you have those pictures of what it looks like inside of the planner. They're very basic, very clean. Usually it's an overhead shot, lay flat desk picture. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Usually it's some sort of, overhead camera taking a picture of the product so you can see what it looks like. Because ideally you want to give your buyers the experience of what it would be like to open it and flip through it virtually. So I have all that product page content, the details of the product there. And then lifestyle, using it, hanging out. You've got your product, you're at a coffee shop, you're sitting on your bed, you're on a couch, whatever. So all of that is on my list as well. And then the other content I need is unboxing content, which I mentioned before, video and photography of unboxing content, and then countdown content. It's so important during a launch to hype it up. And my next episode on the Dream Printing podcast is going to be about scaling a paper planner business. But my last episode on the Dream Printing podcast was all about how to have a killer Kickstarter. And so I do talk a lot about launching. So if you want to learn more about hype and launch and Kickstarters and pre-order campaigns, make sure you listen to or watch the last episode. Super good. And it's just important that you're building that hype. So I always have countdown content as well. 3 days until launch, 2 days until launch, 1 day until launch. What am I doing for those days? The other thing that's important in my content planning is planning per platform. So I use a couple different platforms. I have Instagram that I utilize. My website is a huge important thing. Facebook and YouTube. Those would be my core ones. And then the stuff that I do for Instagram, I might also repurpose into ad content that I run on Facebook and Instagram. So those are the core platforms that I'm really planning for and creating for. And I'm thinking about that in advance before I go into the photo shoot, because time is money. If you're hiring a photographer to come over to your house to shoot for 3 hours, you need a game plan for every 10 minutes of what you're doing, what shots you want. You want a shot list. Like if you hire a wedding photographer, they're going to show up on your wedding day with a shot list of exactly what they need to shoot. And that's what you want to do when you're working, even with yourself, to keep yourself on track. Now, there is a moment when you're doing a photo shoot where magic shows up and all of a sudden you're in a rhythm. And usually it's not at the very beginning. At the very beginning, it's like, oh, this is garbage. Oh gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? And then it's about 30, 40 minutes in, you're like, okay, now we're cooking with gas. We've got the right angle. We've figured out the lighting. We've figured out the settings. This is a good look. Anyways, so it's really critical that you do that content planning and photo shoot planning. And that's what I'm doing. Super fun. I also like to pick out my outfits in advance and make sure that my outfits are on brand. A lot of my outfits will be white, black, blush, neutral. I'm not going to wear bright green unless it's a holiday shoot, right? And I'll maybe put in some red and some green. But yeah, August is going to be my brand launch shoot, or my product launch shoot. And then I'm going to do another photo shoot in the fall for all of my Christmas stuff. So that's what I'll go into next. But that's where I'm at now, which is a super fun step, planning out all the content. I like to create a Pinterest board to save ideas so I can kind of share that with the photographer. And we kind of go back and forth to get our plans set. But if you work with a company like Workplay Branding, which is an investment, it's such a good investment though. They really support you through that whole process. They're absolute professionals with it, and you're going to get really high-end professional content, which I think helps you in your brand trust with customers. Like, this looks legit. It looks really clean. It looks high-end. And you can use it to create reels. You can use it to create TikToks. You can use it in your website and all of those things. So that is the step we're on now. We have ordered our planners. I have my final samples, and I guess it'll be around, so we ordered I'm looking at my calendar right now in my office. We ordered in June, and just last week, and the printing will probably be done by end of July, hopefully. So hopefully when I do my photo shoot, I won't be using the samples. I'll actually be using the first editions. And then the rest of the collection will ship by boat and land at our warehouse around hopefully September. So that's the goal. Usually it can take 2 to 3 months for boat shipping. So if you're watching this and you're like, wait, I think I need to order my planner, I haven't ordered yet, I highly recommend, if you're working with a printer overseas and you're planning on doing boat shipping, you want to order by August. So it is time to get it in gear and order the thing. So that's kind of how that works. And if you're interested in the timeline, the process, the cost, all of those things, make sure you apply for a spot in print school. I would love to hold your hand and support you as you go on this journey of creating your dream paper product. There's all sorts of students in there creating all sorts of things, including devotionals and journals and planners and hybrids of all of those. So you are welcome there. Would love to see you there. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer it on the Dream Printing Podcast. Pop them into the comments below, or tag me, send me a DM on Instagram. And again, we have that free workshop for you. If you're interested, you want to learn more, you're ready to learn, go to HoracioPrinting.com/workshop and you can watch that there. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. I cannot wait to reveal the collection. Reveal day is coming up on September 19th. So mark your calendar. Launch day will be October 3rd.